This shows me falling in front of 1,100 people in Madrid during the Proud Mary dance. Welcome to an episode of me trying to add context to my channel. If you're new, my name is Hege and I'm a singer. And today I'll give you 5 juicy insights on what working as a singer sometimes looks like. And for each point, I'll also give you a personal story to go with it. First of all, let me say that I think this is such a fun job, and this video is meant only for entertaining, not for complaining, and that rhymes. I've been to several different cities and in different countries and at many different types of events, so to keep the privacy and to keep this thing lighthearted, I won't be mentioning those details. So with that disclaimer out of the way, let's get started. The first thing you'll probably experience working with a band is people will mess with your equipment, because we bring our own equipment like microphones, instruments, preamps, cables, and so on. Now, often at bars and private events, the stage is fairly accessible to the audience, and we normally have breaks during gigs, like between sets, and some people see that break as their chance to go up and hit those drums for a bit or try the keyboard, which is not cool. Like, sure, Karen, we brought thousands of euros worth of equipment here for you to ruin with your greasy fingers and drunk logic. No. So at this one gig, the band was on a break and my co-singer was walking through the venue, probably to get a drink or something like that, and she saw some women on stage fiddling with the equipment. So she went over to them to kindly ask them to, could you not? And when she got close, she saw that they were licking the microphones. Why would you do that to anyone else or to yourself? Why would you lick a microphone? The singer's microphones were put away on a shelf somewhere on stage, but the guitarist and the keyboardist had their microphones on stands. So yeah, honestly, if you get thirsty for someone in the band, chances are they'd prefer you to say hi. We're gonna need something not gross after this. Thing number 2 that might happen is a power shortage or the power cutting out at the venue. Now, if this happens during a set, you've been going for a while, then people are generally in a good mood. They know you, so if you just start a good call and response, "Ayo, ayo," or something like that, they will follow you because you're the face they look to while the tech sweats their ass off. But when this happens at the start of a gig, is the most embarrassing shit ever, and it takes forever. People are so ready to party, you get on stage and they don't know you yet, you haven't delivered anything, you haven't hyped them up yet. What's she doing? Who's she? And in their minds, the party just got ruined by you, the face. Number 3 on the list is you will experience sexism. Now, this can go both ways, of course, but if you're a woman, you most definitely will. I've had a sound engineer ask me to unplug all the microphones I just plugged into the right channel slots and in the right order, just because I'd probably get it wrong, only to see him put them in the exact same way after. I've seen a man try to kiss my co-singer while she was singing. I put my hair up in a ponytail during breaks between sets, just to breathe a little because it's really hot, and had a man tell me, "But you look so hot with your hair down." Well, exactly, sir. I even brought my best friend to this gig, and while I was chatting to her during the break, we had this one guy, this dude, asked us to basically get it on in front of him. He said he'd pay. No. Take no bullshit, that's all I'm saying. Now to something a little bit more, I was gonna say lighthearted, but that sounds really violent. Number 4 is you'll very likely see people in the audience get hurt. Now, drunk people are not the best at walking sometimes, let alone dancing on slippery floor tiles. So a fall, a crash, or a broken glass are all normal, but sometimes the real disaster combo strikes. So we were at a venue with very smooth, slippery tile flooring, and there was this one guest dancing in front of me. I just remember her this 1 second with her wine glass in her hand, smiling with her eyes half closed, like singing along to the song with her friend, and then in the next second, she face planted. And when I say face planted, she face planted on the floor with a glass in her hand, which of course shattered. And at one point I was like, is that blood or is it wine? It was both. Like, her friend helped her up. She got help immediately, so we didn't stop or anything. But when her friend helped her up, she was smiling, like with blood dripping from her mouth. Like, she was so happy, she was drunk. So we didn't stop playing because we're paid to play, but when we finished, her hand was cut. We could like trace her tracks, to put it like that. We could see where she'd walked because there was so much blood. It wasn't wine. Anyway, dancing in heels can be challenging enough even without the alcohol, which brings me to point 5. This shows me falling in front of 1,100 people in Madrid during the Proud Mary dance. Proud moment. Yeah, accidents happen on stage too. Be prepared. What I did when that happened is I immediately got back on my feet and I did this, like, it was cool. But before you go, do you know what happens if you slut drop at a religious wedding? It wasn't me, but I do. Let me know in comments if you want that story and I might make a part 2. Yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.